Imagine you have spent 5 years learning how to cook. You know the recipe, you understand the flavors, you have put in the hours. But every time you plate the food, it looks like a mess. The taste is there, the skill is there, but what lands on the table doesn't look anything like what you see in a professional kitchen. And no matter how many cooking videos you watch, you still can't figure out why yours looking so different. That's exactly what's happened to your architecture diagrams right now. You have the design thinking, you have the ideas, you have spent years in studios developing concepts, understanding the space, understanding how building works. But when it's time to create a zoning diagram, a concept diagram, or maybe a site analysis map, something breaks down. The result looks rough, it looks student made, it doesn't look like a diagram you screenshot of professional studio feeds and save to your phone, and you don't know why. So you go to YouTube, you watch a SketchUp tutorial, then an Illustrator tutorial, then another one. Hours later, you still don't have a diagram that looks the way it should. And here's the thing nobody tells you. It's not because you're not talented enough, it's because nobody has ever shown you the system. Let me explain what's actually happening. Your university taught you how to design, how to think conceptually, how to develop a brief, how to explore ideas in space. That's a real skill. That's years of work, and it's genuinely valuable. But there is a completely separate skill that university in India usually don't teach. And that skill is this: how to translate your design thinking into professional quality architecture diagrams, zoning diagrams, massing diagrams, conceptual diagrams, site analysis maps, etc. These are the visual language of the profession. And there is a specific learning workflow for creating them. Connecting SketchUp, Illustrator, and AI into one coherent process. Nobody taught you that workflow. Not your professors, not YouTube, not Behance. I call this the diagram gap. It's the space between the quality of your thinking and the quality of the diagram. And it's the single reason talented graduate sends applications to studio and hear nothing back. Not because the work isn't good enough, because the diagram don't communicate it clearly enough. My name is Ritika. I am an architect and the founder of Studio Articulation. 2 years ago, I left one of the India's most respected architecture firms and built my own practice from the scratch. Right now, I run active client projects, lead a small team of 5 people, and I've built a community of over 1,05,000 architecture students and graduates on Instagram by teaching the one thing university skips: diagram workflow. I got into it because I saw the gap from both the sides. I saw it as someone who had to learn professional diagramming standards myself by working inside a top firm, not from a classroom. And I see it now every time I review the work of graduates who want to join my studio. Strong design thinking, rough diagramming, the talent is there, the system is missing. That's exactly why I built this workshop. It's called AI 3D Diagram Mastery. It's a live workshop, 6 sessions over 3 weeks, 60 to 90 minutes each. And here is what it does. It gives you a complete repeatable diagram workflow I use every day inside my own practice, applied to the exact diagram types that architecture studios accept to see. Zoning diagrams, massing diagrams, conceptual diagrams, site analysis maps, basic and advanced types. Session by session, you build them. Not what someone else build them, you build them with guided practice files, live instructions, and Q&A after every session, so nothing gets left unclear. By the end of the session 6, you just don't have better diagrams, you have a system, a repeatable workflow that connects SketchUp, Illustrator, and AI, so you can create professional quality diagrams for any project for the rest of your career. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Is using AI for architecture diagramming still acceptable? Or does it make everything look generic? Let me be direct about this. AI used without a system produces generic result. You have probably seen that already. But AI integrated at the right stage of a professional design workflow, after your design intent is established, not before. That's a different thing entirely. That's what session number 5 covers: the specific prompt library and AI software stack I use on real client projects at my studio. This is the workflow professional studios are already using. The graduate who learn it now will have a real advantage. The one who avoided because they were not sure how to use it correctly won't. Here is everything inside the workshop. 6 live sessions over 3 weeks covering SketchUp model preparation, Illustrator diagram construction, basic diagram types, advanced diagram types, full AI integration, and a professional discussion on how these diagrams fit into your portfolio and application. Every session is recorded and accessible on the platform, so you can rewatch it anytime. So after every session, a live Q&A with me directly, and 3 bonuses included at no extra cost. A private group chat active throughout the full 3 weeks, so you were never stuck between sessions with no one to ask. The ebook, The Art of Architecture Diagramming, a digital guide covering diagram styles, color palette, Illustrator basics, and visual communication principles. Yours to keep and written to long after the workshop ends, valued at 2100. 250 plus architectural design resources, a ready-to-use library of architecture templates, annotations, symbol, graphic scales, arrows, and design assets you can use directly in your diagrams from day one, valued at 3,300 rupees. So the full price of this workshop is 9,332 rupees for the first quadrant only. It's available at 25% launch discount, 6,999. Let me put that in perspective. A junior architect salary at a reputed studio in India is around 25 to 30k. Every month you spend applying with student quality diagrams and not hearing back cost you more than this workshop. Not just in money, in time, in confidence, and in momentum. 1 month of delay cost more than the full workshop price, and a single diagram. And a single diagram coaching session with an industry professional typical runs around 12,000 to 25,000 per hour. This is 6 live session, a complete diagram workflow, and a professional resources and direct access for 6,999 rupees. And here is my guarantee. I call it the no value, no pay guarantee. Attend all 6 sessions, complete the exercises, follow the workflow, and at the end, you don't feel like you got genuine practical value that moves your career forward. Send me a DM and get every rupee back. No forms, no questions. The only condition is that you actually show up and do the work, because this workshop only works if you do. The workshop starts March 23rd, 2026. This is live cohort. There is no rolling admission. If you miss session number 1, you miss the SketchUp foundation work that every single diagram session builds direct on top of. Once it starts, the cohort is closed. Spots are limited. This is live workshop with a direct instructor access. The cohort size is intentionally small so I can meaningfully engage with every participant. And remember, only 3 participants receive the real studio review. That goes to the most engaged people from session 1 onwards. So here is the question. Can I afford this? The real question is, what does another month of silence from studios actually cost you? Another month of sending the same diagrams, getting the same results. The diagram gap doesn't close it on its own. Nobody is going to teach you this is in classroom. YouTube won't connect it into workflow, and copying style from Behance or Pinterest won't give you the system behind them. This is the system, built inside a real practice, taught live, delivered in 3 weeks. So join AI 3D Diagram Mastery. The link is right below this video. The first session is March 23rd, so I'll see you there.